pas que je te dis que Ylönen il est pas prêt, mais c'est un petit peu qu'est-ce qu'il y a en avant de lui présentement, puis qu'est-ce qu'on a besoin de lui pour continuer d'évoluer. Je pense qu'il va jouer dans une meilleure chaise à Laval, mais je ne serais pas surpris de le voir ici cette année.
Est-ce que c'est la même chose entre Barron et Norlinder? C'est un peu la même réflexion?
Oui, je te dirais un petit peu pareil. Norlinder continue à s'habituer avec la plus petite glace, mais il y a eu un maudit bon camp. J'étais très impressionné par lui.
Tu crèves-cœur, justement, quand t'envoies un Norlinder?
Ah ouais, non, mais c'est pas des journées que c'est le côté plate de la business, là, mais ça fait partie de ça. Puis on les approche avec les joueurs avec de la vérité. Puis c'est comme ça qu'on va d'avant.
Pour ce qui est des gardiens, est-ce que tu vois gérer ça longtemps à 3 comme
je
ça?
sais pas.
Qu'est-ce que ça demande pour toi comme ajustement?
Je sais pas. Je sais c'est toujours ça, là, mais je sais pas comment que ça va procéder. Je pense que c'est une autre question pour Kent, ça.
Okay. Mais toi, concrètement, dans le day-to-day, quand tu organises des entraînements, tout ça, est-ce que ça ajoute de la logistique?
Un petit peu, peut-être. Ouais, j'ai jamais fait ça. Là. Fait que, il va falloir que je m'habitue.
Est-ce qu'on doit penser que c'est possible que Primeau joue des matchs aussi?
Ça peut être possible.
Okay.
Les combinaisons que tu as formées aujourd'hui, premier aspect de la question, est-ce que c'est un point de départ pour mercredi ou si tu fais d'autres ajustements? Puis si ce n'est pas le cas ou si c'est le cas, quelle décision vous avez prise concernant Newhook de le commencer à l'aile? Si c'était le cas, qu'est-ce qui fait que vous avez décidé de partir à l'aile avec lui?
Mais je pense que c'est l'expérience de Monahan au centre. Puis un petit peu moins de responsabilité pour nous pour commencer. Jouer un petit peu plus libre. Puis j'ai aimé sa vitesse avec Docker puis Slav. C'est un petit peu de tout. Puis ça nous équilibre aussi. Fait que c'est... je peux dire que Newhook va commencer à l'aile, mais je ne sais pas si ça va rester longtemps.
Avec tout ça, c'est Josh Anderson qui a hérité de la fameuse chaise sur ton premier trio. T'en es venu comment cette réflexion-là, cette décision?
Mais c'est mérité. Une belle progression, il y a un maudit bon camp.
Tu as parlé plus tôt dans le camp d'entraînement que des fois tes décisions de line-up allaient être fonction de votre adversaire.
Mm-hmm.
Où est-ce que tu traces la ligne entre faire ton plan de match en fonction de dire je vais imposer ma volonté comme entraîneur, puis devoir aussi t'ajuster à qui vous affrontez?
Oui, notre plan de match va toujours être focusé sur nous autres, comment on joue, mais tout en sachant sont où les trous de l'autre équipe, dépendamment de quel genre de système qu'ils jouent. Parce que l'angle d'attaque n'est pas toujours pareil comme les différents systèmes. Ça, c'est sûr qu'on est éduqué là-dessus. Mais ça changera, on ne changera pas de style de jeu tout dépendamment de comment que les lignes sont formées. Des fois, c'est juste comment que l'autre équipe est balancée puis tout, puis tu n'as pas le dernier changement, tu es sur la route. Il y a bien des affaires qui rentrent en ligne de compte, mais on va jouer notre game.
Est-ce que Kovacevic a une belle histoire dans votre camp cette année?
Mais je pense que c'est une belle histoire, pas juste dans notre camp. Je pense que c'est un jeune joueur qui montre qu'il a sa place dans la ligue.
Tu as parlé que ça a été difficile là, dans les dernières heures, évidemment, les décisions, tout ça. À quel point tu es soulagé un peu de pouvoir finalement travailler avec ton groupe, puis à quel point ça a été du travail pour toi dans les dernières semaines de mettre tout ça en place? C'est
beaucoup de travail, puis c'est sûr que quand tu arrives à la fin, tu peux respirer un petit peu, puis là, tu peux vraiment attaquer les choses qui vont être, ça va être vrai, là. Ça commence pour vrai, puis là, tu te prépares pour ça. Puis avec un plus petit groupe, puis tu es capable de bâtir la constance avec ce groupe-là, la continuité, c'est de rester en santé, puis de continuer à s'améliorer comme équipe, puis aller à la guerre.
Avec tes jeunes défenseurs, as-tu déjà une rotation dans ta tête d'établie ou tu vas y aller match par match?
Tout est match par match. C'est bon?
Merci, Martin.
Merci beaucoup.
En anglais?
Oh, en anglais.
Marty, a lot of time working on the power play today. Obviously, it needs to get better. Where specifically does it need to get better, do you think?
Probably more than anything, just getting results. Because I think we've showed some really good glimpse of wow, this looks good, and it's the consistency of getting the chances. I felt we had plenty against Ottawa. And for us, it's just, to keep getting some reps and teaching a little bit of the, how to break the opponents and what's our, the way we're designing the power play. What's our point of attack? What's the sequence of what we're looking for? To have a plan, and we're working on that.
I have to imagine, correct me if I'm wrong, but on power play too, that Norlander was maybe an option to be there. If you've gone with Chakai, what kind of qualities do you see in Arbor that he could develop into that?
Well, I think he's a shot. I think he doesn't take. It's heavy, and it's not just his slap shot. He's got a heavy wrister that it's quick off his stick, and he's able to get it through. And anticipating Jacko to be in the lineup. We want to make sure that he gets some reps and be that guy.
When you said Josh Anderson had a great camp, deserves to be in the spot that he's starting the season in, what might make him different on that line than what we've seen in the past? What has evolved in his game that could make him an even better fit with those two guys than he maybe was in the past?
I think his work off the puck and understanding the balance we need on the ice, that he can't just skate where he wants to skate. He needs to go where the game needs him to go. I think I've seen that progression, last year and then this year. And, I know he's got a lot of speed, but it's how you use your speed. And it seems like Andy he gets a lot of breakaways. Like, I feel like the second half of last year, like he was getting tons of breakaway. This year again, like I think he's for a big guy, it's got a lot of speed. He's finally realized how to use it, when to use it. And, and understands the balance on the ice with his other two teammates better probably than he has in the past. And he's a big-time player for us.
How involved are you in the sort of the cap discussions? And
the what?
Sort of when you say it's a question for camp, how involved are you in those questions? Like, I mean, do they just come to you and be like, this is what we have to do and deal with it?
Yeah, pretty much.
It must be nice.
Same way that Kent is not involved in my power play meeting.
Right. Okay.
With the line where there was Pearson, Monahan, and Gallagher, obviously a lot of experience there. What do you expect those guys can bring?
Sorry, can you?
The veteran line there with Monahan, and then what do you think? What can they bring?
I mean, I think it's going to be a very responsible line, and a lot of experience. And I really liked that line in Toronto when they played together. With Devo being out, kind of need a guy to be there now, and Monty's going to be the guy to start, and we'll see what happens when Devo comes back. But I like the look of that line.
Is that an example of a line that you form when you don't have the last change and you have to kind of adjust to that? Having the option of throwing those guys out and not knowing what's going on inside?
Yeah, I mean, it's part of it, but also, how they look together as well. I mean, you could have that, in the back of your mind, and you put that together, and it just doesn't look good. Again, like they're most likely going to play together in Toronto, and I don't know how long it's going to be like that. I think it's a day-to-day stuff, and but I'm encouraged.
Going into camp, you said you had a lot of options who would play with Cole and Nick, but was Anderson sort of the top of your list, sort of thing? Like, see the guy
I didn't have my mind made up. I knew he was a possibility.
Mm-hmm. And also, did you talk with Yoel yesterday before he was placed on waivers? Or?
Yep.
Yeah, and I know you went through waivers once yourself. Can you sort of relate to what he's maybe going through?
Yeah, well, it's hard. It's hard, and I think, especially the way the game is now, there's a lot of calculated decision, probably more these days than they were when I was put on waivers. But it's still it's not a great feeling, But you have to understand that your window to being a professional athlete is so small, and that your life after hockey is going to be much longer, and you don't get do-overs. So you got to stay in the moment and get after it.
Is Barron your seventh lead right now?
Excuse me?
Is Barron your seventh guy on defense right now?
I'm not sure yet.
Okay,
merci.
was the last 24, 48 hours for you? Okay.
It was good getting a win in Ottawa. And then, just, excited for the season. Take it day by day. Like I said, like I've been preaching for the past couple of years, just be ready when your name's called.
Did you expect that decision a bit?
I tried to, like I said, force their hand. It's not my decision, but I try to make those decisions hard for those who do.
Did Kent talk to you, Kent Hughes, the last day or two, just maybe tell you what his plans were, or maybe let you know that you were going to be placed on waivers or anything like that?
No, like I said, we had the day off yesterday, so.
How do you, when there's three goalies, obviously there's not playing time for everybody. How do you balance the possibility of being up here and not playing a whole lot versus being down there and playing a ton?
Yeah, like I said, just excited and gotta, take it day by day. It's a little different scenario than Taxi Squad, where we had three goalies before. So just trying to take, the things I learned from that and, try to use it now.
How did you learn that you made the team?
Just not going on waivers.
Figured it out.
How do you evaluate the way your camp went?
I felt really good. It wasn't perfect, but I tried to stay consistent. They were up and down, but like I said, I tried to be consistent and try to stay up and positive most of the camp.
Marty said in Tremblant that he wants to have a battle for the net. Would you say that?
A few of the older guys, and obviously playing a little bit down the lineup for him and I both in those situations, and then you just kind of pick up on the little things. Then when you get the opportunity that we're kind of given here to play a little more free, it kind of just allows us to be free and rely on our details and our smarts in the game.
Culture and identity are buzzwords. How would you define them when it comes to this team? What's the culture of this team? What's the identity of this team?
Yeah, I mean, we're young, we're exciting, but at the same time, I feel like everybody's kind of a year older now and a little bit more mature and have a little bit more experience. And I mean, there's guys that we lean on in here to give us that experience and help our young guys out. And I think as a group, we stick together well out there and we do all the right things. And I mean, for us, we have a list of non-negotiables that we follow, and I think as a team, we're just keep wanting to improve each and every day, and that's all you can really do.
From what we saw this morning, Kirby, it seems that Sean Moran will support you in the middle. I mean, just behind Nick and you. How big will be his impact?
Yeah,
the center line of this team.
Yeah, it's nice to have Monty back. It's definitely center depth that's needed in this league to win, and it's exciting to see him healthy and he's having a good time out there and laughing and joking around with everybody. And it's definitely a big part of what was missing last year with his injury and all that stuff. But I think we're all just kind of excited to get things going and see how things are going to shake out the first couple of weeks here.
How satisfied are you personally to have built some momentum in that preseason?
Yeah, I felt good. I think I used preseason to kind of ramp it up and find the intensity and get all the rust off of the summer and get into kind of the game mode and the ins and outs of the life again.
Do you feel that there's still competition in this lineup, even if the final decision were made yesterday, probably?
Yeah, I think that never stops this league. I think that's what makes this league so great is that you're always looking to put in the best lineup, the best players that are going to give you a chance to win each and every night. So, I mean, those decisions aren't finalized. I mean, the coaches can kind of do what they want. Same with management, and you just kind of got to roll with it and play your game. And
well, I think it's never easy. Like it's the best league in the world, so there's always a lot of competition. But obviously, you enjoy that kind of competition, and I think it makes also every individual better. And yeah.
What are you most happy about your camp?
Well, I think there's still a lot of things that I could improve, but I think it was nice to get some minutes on the penalty kill, and I think I've improved there a little bit. Like I really haven't played it too much previously, so I think it's something that I could bring a little bit and show the team that I can help with the penalty kill.
Do you have a call, or did somebody call you yesterday just to confirm that you weren't going on waivers and you made the team? Or
Not really, yeah.
So how was the day yesterday? Was it stressful for you, or?
Well, yeah, a little bit, but I didn't think about it too much. Like whatever happens. But I'm happy that I didn't see my name there.
You talked about the PK, but apart from that, when it comes to your game, what do you feel you've been able to show maybe different or a new version of yourself today?
Well, I don't know about this. They're like a new version, or like you don't change that much like during one summer. But I think I could improve some details of the game, like being more reliable defensively and maybe winning more battles. But yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Like I wanna be able to play in all kinds of different roles and help the team, like not just making points, but doing all the other right details as well.
Firstly, you were drafted because of your offensive skills. Do you think you can reach another level offensively this year?
Yeah, like that's the goal. Obviously, I think I have decent tools offensively, so that's something that I want to bring to this team. But also like being reliable player defensively and doing all the other stuff like as well as I can.
What do you think of lines?
Was it stressful or more difficult? You played so well in the final stretch last season. You went to World Championship, and there were maybe more expectations for you. So how did you live that camp and maybe the last 24 hours?
Yeah, I think I just tried to, stay pretty present this camp. I think last year, looking back, I wasn't super happy with it overall, obviously, but yeah, I feel like this year I was just more confident, a little bit more assertive, kind of, about my game, and yeah, just happier overall with my effort.
We've seen Upper Jack-Eye being used on the second unit of the power play. For you, in order to cement your spot in Montreal, do you feel like this is a spot that you'll need to work at claiming and proving that that's a responsibility that belongs to you?
Yeah, I mean, I think last year me and Arbor both shared a little bit of time on it. He's done a great job on it. He's got lots of offensive upside too. His shot's awesome. So, yeah, I think it's it's just a matter of hopefully getting an opportunity in that role, getting a couple chances there, and making the most of it. But yeah, that being said, I think I have that offensive side of my game. So, for now, it's looking to contribute 5-on-5 and other areas as well.
To what extent is it important for you to stay even-keeled and not dwell too much on the mistakes, but also keep that fire to help you grow in your game?
Yeah, I think it's important. I was in and out of the lineup a couple games last year in the second half. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it really changes for me. It's continuing to get better in practice, and then getting those chances in games and making the most out of it, and trying to assert yourself in the lineup.
Martin ne cesse pas de dire que les batailles vont continuer, même si les décisions finales sont tombées aujourd'hui. Le fait que tu es ici, est-ce que tu te trouves dans une bonne position encore pour te battre, le fait que tu es encore ici?
Yeah, I think so for sure. I felt good about my game in camp and felt like I made a good push, and now it's just continuing to build off that. And I think last year, I kind of showed that I can play in this league and contribute. So for me now, it's just continuing to build off that camp and right into the regular season.
Is it something that I suppose it might change from one player to another? But having received that sort of news, is it like mentally a sort of positive push that you need?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, it's a good feeling, and I think, you know, it's a better jump start for me this season than last year. Obviously, last season it's a little frustrating coming out of the camp, but yeah, I think this season it's obviously a little bit more exciting, and yeah, obviously a great feeling, but now it's a matter you got to keep working and, you know, keep getting better and, you know, keep helping the team, and, you know, yeah, it starts. You got 82 games now, so you got to kind of start looking at that.
Merci, Justin.
Merci.